First came the potted water.
This is the USA Network.
Spencer! Spencer! Ladies?
Good morning, dear. It looks like the early bird ran out of worms this morning.
Well, Skyler, you seem to be in a great hurry this morning.
Yes. Well, as a matter of fact, I've got some rather unpleasant business to take care of, and the sooner I get it taken care of, the better.
Do you have to go to the dentist?
No. But I've got to close the theater temporarily. I'd probably prefer going to the dentist.
Morning. Shall I bring the car around, sir?
Yes, Spencer, I'll meet you right up front.
Well, why don't you at least have some coffee?
No, I'm not going to have time, Raven. I'm in a hurry.
Skyler, I see you're wearing your wristwatch this morning. Have you grown tired of that old-fashioned timepiece?
Well, no, not at all, Geraldine.
Yes, you know, I've noticed that. You don't wear that pocket watch I gave you anymore.
Well, I don't always have a pocket for it.
You don't like it.
No,
That was my wedding present.
It is my favorite gift. It's just that I want to be very careful with it.
Seems to me the suit you're wearing is just right for the pocket watch. That is a pocket in the vest, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it is.
That does it. You are not leaving this house until you get my present.
Raven, I'm in a terrible
I don't
hurry.
care. I'm going up with you to make sure you get it.
All right. Anything for peace in the family. Come on, let's go.
Hello?
Mike, it's Geraldine.
Yes, Geraldine. What's happening?
Well, I did what you asked me to, although I still don't know the reason why.
Well, I appreciate the fact that you haven't asked me why. How'd it go?
Well, it was simpler than I thought, really. Skyler just went upstairs to get his pocket watch. I wish I knew why it mattered to you, or anyone for that matter.
In due time, Geraldine. Now, just one more favor, please. Do you have any idea of Skyler's schedule for today? Do you know where he's going to be?
Well, I know where he'll be this morning, at the theater. He's closing it, unfortunately.
I see.
Thanks, Geraldine. I appreciate your help very much. Goodbye.
Would you mind telling me what this is all about?
Skyler Whitney is wearing an antique watch this morning, and if it turns out to be the same timepiece we think it is, it may save Gavin Wiley a lot of time in prison.
Oh, here, would you grab that?
Well, I thought you broke it.
I didn't break it. What do you think, I'm a little kid or something?
Yes.
Yeah, give me my briefcase. Bye. See you later.
So if it does turn out to be the watch that Gunther had with him on the day he died...
That would raise a disturbing question. How did Sky get it?
do you think the police turned it back to him?
No, we've checked the records very carefully. There was no pocket watch found in Gunther's body or anywhere else in the dance studio.
So then he must have arrived there before the police.
Exactly. And don't forget what else happened in the studio that day.
Of course, Miles.
Miles was struck down by a blow from behind by someone who obviously didn't want Gunther to get medical attention.
So dreadful. So your theory rests on the fact that that watch has to be the right one. And you were able to get Geraldine to get him to use it again?
Mm-hmm. We've got to get a look at that watch, but we need the element of surprise. We can't let Sky know what it means to us. Otherwise, it might suddenly be lost. Well, I'd better call Valerie. He's waiting to hear from me about this.
Good morning, Kelly.
Morning, Nancy.
Oh, would you like some breakfast?
No, just some coffee, thanks.
Well, that doesn't sound too good. Aren't you feeling well?
No, I'm not very hungry.
Well, you did work late last night.
I even read for a couple hours, but didn't take my mind off it.
Off what?
Well, you should have been really the first one to know. It was your story, that article that started it all.
My article? About Valerie?
It took almost a month, but finally happened.
What happened?
Jim Dedrickson showed up yesterday. I don't know what took him so long, but he introduced himself to Val in the restaurant.
Good heavens.
And his surgery turned out quite well.
You don't seem to feel too good about it.
No, I don't. I think the guy's a phony. I think he's just somebody else who'd like to get real close to an heiress.
Jody, will you relax? I'm sure we did the right thing.
Oh, I hope so. Look, I know that Mr. Carr is your friend, but he still is the district attorney. I mean, that's the most important law officer there is, right?
You're right. Well, I always believe in going right to the top. I also believe in Mike's friendship and his goodwill, okay? Hello? Mike, we were just talking about you. Yeah? Oh, well, hold on a second. Jody, can you be ready to leave the house in about a half hour?
So soon?
Apparently showdown time is here.
Yeah, I'll be ready.
Okay, Mike. She'll be ready to go when you get here. Yeah, I'll see you then. Bye.
Half an hour. I guess I better get dressed.
Yeah, well, don't be so nervous. You'll put all your clothes on backwards. Oh, Nora. Hi. Have you met Nicole's sister, Jody?
Yes, we've met, but only briefly.
Well, this is going to be briefer yet because she's got a little errand to run.
Yes, you're going to have to excuse me. I'm sorry.
Of course. She's so pretty. She looks even younger than she does in her pictures.
Too young to have all the troubles she does. But then I suppose troubles come at any age. You want some coffee?
Thank you. It's true about age having nothing to do with misery. That new patient I heard you telling Mrs. Cavanaugh about, the woman who's so ill,
Yeah.
she's quite young, isn't she?
Yes, she's very young.
How's she doing?
She thinks she's doing fine. She's not.
Oh, that's the way they are in hospitals. They just hate to have patients know what's going on. Sorry.
Well, it doesn't look like you've been in hospitals very much, have you?
This is my first time. In fact, I did my student nurse training here. I've only been set loose on the patients a couple of weeks now. Does it show?
Oh, not at all. I could have sworn you were a 30-year veteran.
Oh, thank you. I'm only 22.
Well, it must be your professional manner. You know, I think I'm going to have to study you if I'm going to be able to play that part correctly.
What part?
Well, I'm playing a nurse in a revival.
What's that?
It's a play, darling. It's a revival of an old play about hospitals.
You mean you're an actress?
Yes, that's right. You've never heard of Jinx Avery? Oh, you probably haven't seen much legitimate theater, have you?
Well, just TV and movies. But my gosh, an actress. Is that why you're in this place? To get, you know, background and stuff?
Yes. Shh. I don't want them to know about it. They'll throw me out for sure.
I won't say a word, honest.
Gee, I wonder how I'll look in a uniform.
Oh, I'm sure you look terrific.
I don't know. Do you think maybe I could, try yours on?
Mine?
Well, I mean, we're both the same size. Would you mind, really?
But I couldn't. I mean, I just really couldn't.
Look,
I couldn't.
You'll get your name in the program. A special credit. Wardrobe by, what was your name?
Jeanette.
Jeanette. And you can get tickets to the play. And after the play is over, you can come backstage and meet the cast. My leading man is a hunk.
Well, listen, I'll tell you what I can do. I have an extra uniform on my locker. I can go and get that. You can try that one on.
Oh, would you really? Sure. I'd love it. Thank you. Now, don't tell anybody.
I won't. Okay. I'll be right back.
This electronic timer will show how fast Chloraseptic can relieve sore throat pain.
My throat's really red, I'm sure, and it has a raw feeling to it.
Will you try Chloraseptic?
Yes.
Now watch the timer.
Oh, it numbs it. It's fantastic. It's like somebody's coated it with a a medication.
With doctor-recommended Chloraseptic, relief is just seconds away.
Hail to the Cheesums, the big cheese of potato chips. Here come the Cheesums, the big cheese is here.
Pringles Cheesums. With so much cheese flavor and tangy spices, they taste cheesier than the leading national cheese chip.
Oh, but it's the big cheese!
Put out your hands, lick your lips for the big cheese taste of potato chips. Hail to the Cheesums, the big cheese is here.
Now try all the great delicious taste from Pringles.
Everybody's coming to the Johnsons for the holidays. 12 aunts, uncles, and cousins are going to have a real feast. But some will overdo it, whether it's Uncle Harry's heartburn or the twins' upset stomachs.
The one that coats is the only one they need. Pepto-Bismol. As it coats, it relieves heartburn, upset stomach, and diarrhea. Pepto-Bismol. For most common stomach discomforts,
Hello, my ragtime gal.
the one that coats is the only one you need.
If you believe in romance, then you dream of a second chance at love. Love as warm as the sun-drenched sea. Love as poignant as a yellow rose. Read A Second Chance at Love, and your heart soars on the wings of a butterfly. Your spirits sparkle with excitement. If you believe in romance, you believe in A Second Chance at Love. 6 breathtaking romances every month from Second Chance at Love.
Oh, gosh. You look a lot better than I do.
I just want to look like the real thing. That's what counts.
Well, you sure do.
Oh, that's nice. But I think when I go out there, they'll know I'm a fake.
Oh, I bet they wouldn't.
Who's on the front desk? Is it that old hatchet face?
Uh-huh. Miss Hawkhauser? No, she doesn't come on until 4 today. It's somebody you don't know.
Oh. Well, maybe I could fool her.
Wait a minute.
No, you wait here, darling. I'll be right back.
Wait.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I'd like the files on patient in room 211, Dr. Kavanaugh's patient.
211?
Yes, that's the one.
Avery? No, I'm sorry. I can't release this, not to anyone but Dr. Kavanaugh.
Well, who do you think requested it, for heaven's sake?
But that is not the way that we do things around here. The doctor himself...
The doctor himself is in with the patient. It's an emergency. Now, do you want to take responsibility
But
for
it
this?
is my
I'd
responsibility.
like to know your name.
Very well. Here.
All right, how do I look?
You look fine.
Can you tell that I'm nervous? My heart is beating so
Would
fast.
you just take a doctor's word for it? You're okay. It's just a little bit of adrenaline pumping. It's perfectly natural.
Good morning, Miles.
Hi, Mike.
Ready to go, Jody?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Sorry about the rush, Jody, but we're meeting Chief Mallory at the theater in half an hour. I don't want to be late.
No, I understand. Is Sky going to be there?
That's the information we have.
What about the watch?
He has it with him.
Oh, boy. I am so nervous.
Don't be, Jody. Remember, we'll do all the talking.
I'll get that. Kavanaugh residence. One moment, please. He's right here. Dr. Kavanaugh, it's for you.
Thanks, Nora. Hello,
Hi, Doctor. How are you?
Miss Avery?
Yes. I'm sorry to bother you at home, but I'm sitting here with my charts, and I need some help pronouncing a disease that's written here.
How did you get your chart?
Look, it doesn't matter. You know how hospitals are. They never tell the patient anything.
Miss Avery, Jinx.
Wait. Is this the rare disease that you said that I had? I mean, is this the one that you were talking about?
Yes.
Oh, so you were right, weren't you? Well, score 1 for Kavanaugh intuition. Only I gathered that the happy outcome that you were telling me about, the one that made the medical journal, well, it's even rarer than the disease. Most victims die, don't they?
Jinx, I'm coming right over.
There's a mouth
mouthwash have to taste medicine-y to kill germs? We talked to a medicine-y mouthwash user about her mouthwash.
My breath smells like medicine, but it's killed the germs.
What if I told you Scope with T25 kills as many germs as your mouthwash?
I don't believe it.
Clinical tests prove it, and Scope leaves your breath minty.
I guess I'd have to try it. I think I found myself a new mouthwash. Okay, Scope tastes minty, and it leaves my breath fresh. And my old mouthwash just left a medicine smell.
Antiseptic Scope leaves your breath minty, not medicine-y.
If you're a woman, this material can make a difference in your life. A big difference. They call it dry weave, and it's the patented covering on Always Maxi Pads. Look, it's designed to give us a cleaner, drier kind of protection. Protection that simply didn't exist before. Why didn't they think of dry weave sooner?
Always Maxis, thin Maxis, minis, and panty liners. The touch of protection no other Maxi has.
I'm Charles Schwab. Over 1 million investors who make their own investment decisions trade with us. Here are a few reasons why.
Okay, good, thanks. Bye. There, I took your advice and bought that stock.
Already? You were on the phone less than a minute.
Oh, sure. I called Charles Schwab, placed the order, and they told me the price I paid, all in less than a minute.
Charles Schwab is fast.
And they saved me money on brokerage commissions.
How much do you say? 25, 30%?
More like 70% compared to what I used to pay my full commission broker.
Now that's a good deal.
That's what I've been trying to tell you. You know, you really should call Schwab.
I think I will.
For a free booklet on how you can save up to 76% on brokerage commissions, call 800-453-6606, toll free. That's 800-453-6606. Charles Schwab, a Bank America company. Member SIPC.
Okay, naturally I like your skating, laughing, talking. I have just a couple more. Oh, I know. Use the stool, and you fall back like she's catching you and you're falling, and get your leg up in the air so I can see the skate. Yeah. And you're just falling. Yeah, yeah. Good, good. Oh, that's it. Great. Oh, thank you.
Oh, no problem. It was a lot of fun. We had a really good time.
Yeah, but I feel badly asking you to work on speculation. But listen, if I get any work out of these pictures, you will too.
Great. Great. Help us out here. Well, take care. We'll see you later.
Okay.
Valerie, hello.
Nancy, hi. I didn't know you were going to drop by.
Oh, my goodness, this is charming.
Is this the first time you've ever
Yes, yes it is.
Well, it needs paint.
Well, yeah, here and there, but it really should. Oh, my goodness, it has a lot of promise. Oh, I'm sorry. If you're busy, just tell me, and I'll come back later.
No, this is a fine time. I just finished a session. Non-profit. It was for my sample book. But something tells me that you didn't come here to see my samples. Have you talked to Kelly?
Yes, and he told me what happened. So our newspaper story finally got some results.
Was he very upset?
Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, he was, very much. Valerie, he doesn't believe that the man you met is Jim Dedrickson.
I know, that's what Kelly thinks.
Well, what do you think?
Well, I'm not sure what to think. He seems very sincere. But it is the face of a stranger.
Well, has he offered you any proof that he is who he says he is?
Well, no, except that he knows the whole story. Except for I know, Kelly thinks that anybody who wanted to pretend to be Jim could have just read the Monticello Star or the news.
Well, he does have a point there, because so many stories were written about you and your bandaged war hero, and look at the results you got, hmm? After a month, all we had were cards from cranks and fortune hunters. And Kelly just wants to be, I want to be sure that this person isn't just another one of those.
I want to be sure of the same thing, Nancy. So please, stop looking so worried. I don't intend to be naive about this. Kelly is being overprotective.
He doesn't like the idea of that man following you.
Didn't he tell you the reason?
Well, that the fellow was trying to decide whether to enter your life again, or, I mean, it does seem plausible.
But it could be another reason. It could be that he followed me to get more information on me, to make his story more convincing.
So you're not accepting him on face value? No, I have my doubts. I'll have to see him again before I can be sure.
Okay, I feel much better.
Thank you.
I just want to be sure that he's not pulling the wool over your eyes, that's all. Or should I say bandages? Bye.
Raven, the closing of the dance theater. It must be a traumatic experience for Skyler.
I'm sure it is, but he didn't have much choice.
I suppose he doesn't. Still, it must be a blow to him. I hope you're being supportive of it.
Well, of course I am. I told him he's doing the right thing. Quite frankly, if the doors of the Whitney Theater closed down forever, it would be fine with me. I hate the place, and if I never walk in there again, I'll be delighted.
I didn't realize you felt so strongly.
Well, I do feel that way.
Still, do you think it's quite right, not sharing your husband's interests?
Sky's interests are the same as mine. Me?
Well, Wilson Scenery is the name of the company that called. Now, I'm not sure whether they want to buy this stuff or whether they want to store it or not. If so, I don't want to pay the rent on it, so forget about it.
Is there anyone in particular I should speak to there, sir?
I don't know. Find out for yourself, Spencer.
Yes, sir.
Now, these costumes are going to be a little more tricky because they're custom. Well, forget about that for the time being. Anybody here?
Someone's here, Mr. Whitney.
I'm not deaf, Spencer. Mr. Whitney. Well, well, this is quite a little delegation. What can I do for you, gentlemen and lady?
Well, I wonder if we could speak to you privately, Mr. Whitney.
Oh, well, look, if it's about having a theater party or something, maybe a police benefit, let me tell you.
That's not why we're here, Mr. Whitney.
Good. Because if you'd let me finish my statement, Mr. Carr, I would have told you that I'm temporarily closing my theater.
Yes, we know that. But there's something else we'd like to know, but it's of a confidential nature.
I'll wait in the car, sir.
Well, now, what's this all about? Or maybe I can guess. You're interested in having me forego formal charges against Jody for grand larceny, is that it?
I wasn't there to steal.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm willing to be lenient if Jody will tell us about the real criminal, where Gavin Wiley is.
You're quite anxious to see Gavin Wiley punished, aren't you?
Well, I would think that you would be too, Mr. Carr, since you are district attorney. The concept is known as justice. Are you familiar with that term?
Quite familiar.
You were very fond of your servant, Gunther, weren't you?
He was important to me, yes?
I don't understand. If that's true, then why did you contribute to his death?
Now, just what's that supposed to mean?
I understand that you prevented Gunther from receiving the medical attention that might have saved him.
That's insane. I did nothing of the kind. We all know who's responsible.
Now, wait a minute. I understand that you were the one that hit Dr. Kavanaugh over the head, rendering him unconscious and unable to aid Gunther.
Oh, now I understand why you wanted Spencer to leave. So there wouldn't be any witnesses for this slander.
Mr. Whitney, did Gunther Wagner own a pocket watch?
No, not that I know of.
He was carrying a watch the day he died.
Well, how should I know?
Well, I know it. Because Gunther showed it to me. He bragged about that watch.
But no such watch was found in Gunther's body. So obviously, it had been removed by someone in that studio before the police arrived.
Look, I know nothing at all about all of this nonsense.
Really? Well, you should. Because it was your watch. In fact, you still have it.
This is the sound that earned them 16 gold records. I see the moon rising. I see trouble on the way. Doug Clifford, Stu Cook, Tom Fogerty, and John Fogerty. Creedence Clearwater Revival. Come on, the rising wind. We're going up around the bend. Oh, Susie Q, baby, I love you. Susie Q. Looking out my back door. And I wonder, still I wonder, who'll stop the rain. This is the only complete collection of all their hits on 3 LPs or 2 cassettes. 737 coming out of the sky. Won't you take me down to Memphis on a midnight ride? I wanna move. Hey, it ain't a travel in vain. Yeah, down on the corner, out in the street, man, the both boys are playing, bring the nickel happy feet. On the bayou, things will keep on fighting. Proud mirror, keep on fighting. Rolling on the river.
This is the one, the ultimate collection. Creedence Clearwater Revival's greatest hits on 3 LPs or 2 cassettes, just $14.95. Here's how to order.
Credit card and COD customers call toll-free 800-824-1300. That's 800-824-1300. Or save COD fees by sending $14.95 plus $1.50 postage and handling to CCR. PO Box 7000-78, Palm Springs, California. That's CCR, Box 7000-78, Palm Springs, California. Please specify records, 8 tracks, or cassette tapes.
I absolutely refuse to discuss this ridiculous accusation. Obviously, it is just a lovesick girl trying to protect her little boyfriend.
Mr. Whitney, when the police first called you to come down and identify Gunther's body, was that the first time you'd been in Wiley's studio that day? It's a simple question.
It's a simple answer, Chief. Yes, of course it was the first time I was there.
So the police had already arrived, and Gunther had already been pronounced dead.
Oh, wait a minute. Now I understand. This isn't Jody's little fiction at all, is it? This is a story that was concocted by her brother-in-law, the eminent Dr. Cavanaugh, isn't it, Jody?
He did not.
Of course he did. He's still trying to deny that he was responsible for allowing Gunther to bleed to death. He's trying to find a scapegoat, and that's why this ridiculous story about this watch.
I saw the watch. It has initials inside it, Sky, your initials. And it plays a little tune when you open the case.
Does that description sound familiar, Mr. Whitney?
Yes, it does. I have such a watch. It was a wedding gift.
Oh, really? Gunther claims you gave it to him as a reward for loyalty.
No, Gunther never had my watch. He may have had a pocket watch, but he never had mine.
Is that the watch you're wearing right now?
Yes, it is.
May we see it, please?
What for?
We have no legal right to make you show us that watch.
Damn right you don't.
But if you have nothing to hide...
Oh, Jody, well... Is this the reason that you and Gavin broke into my house? Hmm? Is it because of this watch? Hey, I didn't give you that watch, Mr. Carr.
Thank you for being cooperative.
See that watch of Mr. Whitney's, Mike.
Berry leads the defending champion St. John's Redmond into the 34th ECAC Holiday Festival. Doubleheader action live Saturday.
This is USA.
Gunther never had my watch. He may have had a watch, but it wasn't mine.
Is that the one you're wearing right now, Mr. Whitney?
Yes, it is.
May we see it, please?
What for?
Look, I know we have no legal right to make you show us that.
Damn right you don't.
Well, if you have nothing to hide...
Is this the reason, Jody? Is this the reason that you and your friend Gavin committed burglary? Huh? This watch?
Thank you for being
See, I didn't give that to you, Mr. Carr.
Speak to my lawyer. Let's have a look at Mr. Whitney's watch.
Is this the one, Jody? The one that Gunther showed you?
Yeah, it looks like the same one, but maybe we should open it up and listen
How
to
does
the
that tune go?
Da-dum, 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 da-da-da-da, something like that.
Open the case, Mike.
My God. It's not the same one, it's a different tune.
It's known as Old Lang Syne, Jody. It's a very old melody. You may be too young to know it.
It is different, Jody. No question about that.
Maybe there are two tunes, Mike. Is there a switch hidden here somewhere?
Don't be ridiculous, Chief. It's not a jukebox. It's a pocket watch. It plays a tune. One tune only. So, Jody, it seems that you and your friend Gavin committed burglary for no good reason.
Mr. Carr, I don't understand. It looks exactly like the same watch I saw. Even Martine thought it was the other melody. Well, I guess she was wrong, huh? I guess we were both wrong. Excuse me.
Well, may I have my watch back now, gentlemen? Should old acquaintance be forgot, and old lang syne.
Looking for a good book? I always like looking through other people's libraries.
Well, in case you feel like reading, I can recommend something worthwhile. The Book of Etiquette.
Thanks for the advice.
Isn't my only advice. Stop poking around in other people's business. You work in people's private homes. You respect their privacy.
I was merely looking at book titles. I don't see anything wrong with that.
Oh, don't give me that. I don't know what you were up to, looking behind the shelves and poking around in things. It isn't the first time. I have seen you do this ever since you came here.
Excuse me, I think I'd like to freshen up.
I have watched you, Nora. I have seen you reading everything written in here. I just don't know what you're looking for.
I'm just a person with a natural curiosity, that's all.
Oh, you certainly are curious.
And besides, Mrs. Cavanaugh is out. I had nothing to do.
Why don't you watch TV?
Actually, I thought I'd settle down with a good book. I thought I'd put on a sweater and sit outside on the terrace. Want to join me? Please close that door. Well, don't you like fresh air, Mrs. Goodman?
There's a 4-year-old child living in this house. You're making drafts all over the place.
What you really mean is you're afraid to look out, aren't you? 32 floors up is also a very long way down. Hi, Mrs. Cavanaugh.
Hi, Nora. Mrs. Goodman. Everything all right on the home front?
Couldn't be better.
How's Adam?
Oh, fine. I just brought him back from school. I didn't know if you wanted me maybe to feed him early tonight.
Oh, would you please?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. So, Nora, what about my husband? Is he still here?
No. As a matter of fact, he's gone to the hospital again. I think it's that new patient. You know, the actress.
Oh, yes.
He's very interested in it, isn't he? Must be something unusual.
Maybe you thought it was an adorable little prank, Miss Avery.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, call me Jinx. You did on the phone.
That's not what I wanted to call you on the phone when I found out what you did trying on that nurse's uniform.
Please, don't blame her. It wasn't her fault.
It sure was her fault. She had no right to do it.
She's only a student.
Yeah, well, she just hurt her chances to be anything more than that.
It's unfair to punish her. I tricked her into lending me her uniform. Look, I told her I was going to rehearse.
Rehearse for what?
For my next starring role, of course. Only, there's not going to be one, is there?
That's not necessarily true.
The next time I have an audience, it'll be at my funeral.
Oh, wait a minute. You don't have the right to make that kind of prognosis.
You know, I always imagined how it would be. First time I starred on Broadway. I always saw myself on the stage after my smash premiere performance. The ushers coming up both sides of the theater, their arms full of flowers. I guess I'll get my flowers, won't I?
Jinx, listen to me. It's stupid to talk that way. Almost as stupid as trying to understand your own medical report. You are not qualified.
Are you trying to say that I can't read English?
Not medical English, no.
Dr. Cavanaugh, can you honestly tell me that I read the report wrong? That I don't have this funny disease with a long name that's going to kill me in a few weeks?
Where'd you get that idea? There's no prognosis on that report. Listen, nobody knows how this disease progresses. Do you understand me?
Yeah, that's right. You mentioned that. It was in your favorite medical journal, the cover story.
That's right, it was the lead story, and it was a case of complete remission.
You know, it was the lead story because it's so damned untypical. Now, isn't that the truth?
Listen to me, Jinx. There is no known treatment for this disease. But who's to say that a cure won't be found very soon?
No, I don't believe that. They're not going to waste their time finding a cure for some rare disease. There are too many biggies that get all the attention. All the telephones. Nobody's going to worry about little Jinx Avery. Tell me one thing. Will I just go to pieces? Is everything just going to get worse and worse?
No, not at all. That's a strange thing about this disease.
So that doesn't mean that I'm going to be bedridden.
No, far from it. You ought to be able to lead a completely normal life. Well, there will be periods of fatigue and headaches, but nothing else until
the end.
I was going to say cure.
Will you just leave now, please?
If you want.
I want to be alone now. I've got a lot of thinking I've got to do.
Jinx, I'm not so sure this is the right time to be alone. You must have friends.
Oh, the friends I have wouldn't want to have anything to do with... Never mind.
You sure there's nobody I can call for you?
Please.
All right.
You know, it's funny. There was so much that I wanted. So many experiences that I expected to have. I keep telling myself to be patient. And I thought that everything would come to me. That it was just a matter of time. Well, it certainly is that now. A matter of time.
Know what's missing in Pringles light potato chips? A lot of the fat you get in regular potato chips. And you'll never miss it.
Know what else is missing in Pringles Light? A lot of the salt in their regular chips. You'll never miss it.
No, it's not missing? You guessed it.
Pringles Light in the silver can. Less fat, less salt, and so much flavor you'll never miss what's missing.
Never.
This electronic timer will show how fast Chloraseptic can relieve sore throat pain.
My throat's really red, I'm sure, and it has a raw feeling to it.
Will you try Chloraseptic?
Yes.
Now watch the timer.
Oh, it numbs it. It's fantastic. It's like somebody's coated it with a medication.
With doctor-recommended Chloraseptic, relief is just seconds away.
Soon, this place will be jumping. People will stuff themselves with hot dogs and hot tacos, and that can give them heartburn.
Boy, if I were home, I'd take some Pepto.
Oh, you could still take Pepto. Portable Pepto.
When heartburn or upset stomach hits, fight back with Pepto-Bismol. The soothing effectiveness that's in Pepto-Bismol liquid is also in Pepto-Bismol tablets. When you need relief, don't forget portable Pepto tablets. Now, who says you can't take it with you?
To find something that cleans and moisturizes at the same time in one bar, Dove is 1,000 times better than soap.
We asked women across America to give up their ordinary soap and take the Dove 7-day test.
Soap dried my skin out. Dove made it feel soft.
Dove is 1/4 moisturizing cream. It doesn't dry your face like soap.
Dove makes you feel prettier because it makes your face feel so soft and touchable.
Dove is better than soap. You can feel it in your skin.
Dove is the best thing that's happened to my face.
I'm back. What? Because I've been thinking. I want to know about Jim Dedrickson, too. Now, Valerie, newspapers have access to all sorts of information. I mean, we have research departments to ferret out all kinds of facts.
So what are you suggesting? We stick the bloodhounds on him?
No. I mean, find out about his voter's registration, driver's license, that kind of thing.
But Nancy, he's not from Monticello.
I doubt they'd have records like that on Jim here.
Well, did he tell you where he's from?
He said that he'd been in Los Angeles. He seems to be interested in show business. At least, he was reading a show business newspaper when I saw him.
I see. Now, does that jive with the man you knew in Lucerne?
Yes, it does. Jim was very interested in the arts. Literature, music, ballet. He enjoyed reading plays especially.
Mm-hmm. Did he tell you what he does for a living?
I was only able to talk to him for a minute or two. And then Kelly came into Sid's and he was gone. I guess he sort of assumed, well, he had seen Kelly and me together before.
Well, there might have been another reason for his hasty departure. He might not have wanted to face Kelly's questions.
Perhaps.
And on the other hand, he might not have wanted to face yours.
Well, I see you're just as much of a doubter as Kelly is.
No. I don't want to doubt, Valerie. It's just, I want you to be sure that he's the right person.
Hello?
Hi, Ed.
My errand didn't take as long as I thought it would, Nancy.
Well, Mike, hi, come on in.
Okay, thank you.
You've never seen the Crown Studio before, have you?
No, I haven't. Not even when Mr. Crown was here. I gather you're retaining the name.
Yes. The name Crown means something, I think. The name Bryson means something, too, but not what I would have it mean.
Honey, I'm anxious to know what happened.
That's why I came over here as soon as I could. Police business, Valerie.
And I'm sure it's confidential, so why don't I take this opportunity to develop a picture?
No, I don't want to drive you out of your own studio.
No, really,
Nancy and I can talk about it later.
I have work to do in the darkroom. You guys go right ahead. I'll see you later.
Well,
I guess you'd call it a case of a false alarm.
really?
Apparently, the watch that Gunther showed Jody in the studio that day wasn't the same one that was stolen from Sky Whitney's bedroom.
You know that for a fact.
Jody confirmed the fact herself. She said it wasn't the same one.
So that means that Gavin Wiley is totally responsible for what happened to Gunther. No one else.
As far as we know, that's the story.
Oh, Nancy, would you answer that?
Right. Hello? Crown Studios. May I ask who's calling?
Oh, this is Dedrickson. Jim Dedrickson.
Well, hello, Mr. Dedrickson. My name is Nancy Carr. I wondered, does that sound familiar?
No. Oh, you're the lady that wrote the article about Val and I. In a way, you're partially responsible for getting us together. Is she there right now?
Oh, well, right now she's in the darkroom.
Oh, yes.
But I'm sure that she wants to talk to you, so if you...
No, don't bother. I don't want to spoil anything, especially not her photographs.
It's very interesting, Mr. Dedrickson. Valerie and I were just talking about you.
Would you tell her that I'm coming over and I'd like to talk to her? Thank you very much. Goodbye.
If you're like most women, it would take a lot to convince you that one maxi pad is different from another. But this material will convince you. They call it dry weave, and it's the patented covering on Always maxi pads. Look, it's designed to give us a cleaner, drier kind of protection that simply didn't exist before. You're going to wish dry weave had come along a lot sooner.
Always maxis, thin maxis, minis, and panty liners. The touch of protection no other maxi has.
I oiled the squeak.
Oh, looks like you also oiled your shirt, too. Come on, Miss Mechanic.
You're going to use ALL?
ALL can fix all kinds of stains.
How's it work?
All goes straight to the stain to lift it away and get everything clean.
It's all clean. Another squeak. I'll fix it.
Lift stains away with concentrated ALL.
In an hour or two, these streets will be teeming with people, all going after the same thing, the American dream of success. But while there are millions of men and women chasing the American dream, there's only so much of it to go around, which is why you should subscribe to the Wall Street Journal. Each business day, the Journal gives you a real competitive advantage with comprehensive news coverage, analysis, ideas you can put to excellent use in your work, and business information you won't find anywhere else. Of course, you don't have to subscribe to the Journal, but in a very short time, these streets will be filled with people who do.
Call 800-527-9800 for this new journal offer. 13 weeks for just $28 with a money-back guarantee. 13 weeks, $28. Phone 800-527-9800 now for the Wall Street Journal.
Well, thank heaven.
Hi, did you miss me?
I was so bored. You promised me you would be home a long time ago.
Well, I had to make a couple stops.
Well, you said you would be home hours ago, and you promised me, and you never think of me anymore.
Oh, I don't, huh?
No.
Well, here.
What's this?
Oh, it's something to help you pass the time.
Oh. The watch!
Mm-hmm. It's about 150 years old.
It's beautiful. Tell me, did I forget something? Is there a special occasion?
Well, no, does there have to be?
No, you can bring me jewelry anytime. Groundhog Day, D-Day.
Well, that's good to know.
But this is very strange because when you left here, you were so depressed about closing the theater.
Yeah, well, I suppose I was a bit. But I cheered up quite a bit when I stopped by this little jewelry store on Powell Street.
Did you stop by just to get it from me?
Well, no, to be honest, I had to get my watch repaired.
I knew it. You did break your watch.
I didn't break it. I didn't break it at all. It was just losing a little time.
Did you get it fixed?
Yeah, I got it fixed. And I saw this little antique pendant watch, and I thought maybe we could keep time together.
Well, I love it. You really have changed moods. If I didn't know you better, I'd say you've been drinking.
I'm only intoxicated with your eye.
No, it's nobody's fault, Nicole. Jody truly meant what she told me. I'm satisfied.
Yes, I know she did.
Sometimes you want so desperately for something to be true that you don't see things very clearly, and your memory plays tricks on you.
But, Derek, I really thought it was the same watch. I did.
I still don't understand it, Derek. Even if she didn't see that watch in the studio, she still saw a watch.
Well, I'm sure Gunther had a watch.
So what happened to it?
That we don't know. Somebody may have stolen it.
But who?
We don't know. The studio door was wide open. The body was there between the time that Gavin called you and the time that Miles arrived on the scene.
Miles wasn't on the scene for very long since somebody came and knocked him unconscious.
That's still a mystery, but it was probably...
It was probably what? Go ahead, you were going to say Gavin.
No, maybe not. Maybe it was a thief.
Well, then why that watch? Why not the other watch? Why not his wallet?
Yeah, why didn't he rob Miles as well?
We don't know that. It's possible the watch just may have fallen out. It may have been laying on the floor in plain sight, and we may never know. But it's one thing for certain, that theory about Sky Whitney just doesn't hold up.
Excuse me. There's a man on the phone who won't give his name, but he wants to talk to Miss Travis.
I'll be right back. Hello?
Hey, baby. It's Gavin. What's happening? The watch. Did you get to talk to the cops about the watch?
Yes, I did, and it's not what we thought. Do you understand?
Oh, my God.
No, it's okay, because, it was just one of those things. Everybody makes mistakes, right?
Yeah, they sure do. That was my last chance, Jody. You know that?
No, I don't know that.
I saw Calvin to make sure that the cops knew you had nothing to do with what happened in the Whitney house.
You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. Nothing's gonna happen to me.
Calvin's a great guy. He's a real terrific friend. He'll owe me some money, so I can do what I have to do.
No, wait a second. We've got to
speak to Gavin, Jody.
It's not Gavin. It's a friend of mine who has a little problem.
No, Jody, I gotta go. I'm buying a bus ticket with the rest of the money.
No, now wait a second.
Gavin.
Oh, look at that chocolatey Duncan Hines Devil's Food Cake. Now if I can just get the kids to wait.
Who can wait?
Chocolate lovers can't help themselves to a moist, delicious cake from Duncan Hines.
The rich, fudgy cocoa of 6 milk chocolate bars goes into every Duncan Hines chocolate cake for a moist, delicious taste that melts in every bite.
It's a moist, delicious way to bake your best.
Good thing I always bake more than one.
You're the best! Duncan Hines.
Before you slip it over, before you pull it up, before you slide it on, before you dress, Caress. Caress isn't soap. It's the body bar with bath oil. Caress can't dry your skin the way soap can. Gives you the soft you just can't get from soap. You'll feel smoother, softer than anything that touches you. Before you dress, Caress.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Connors, and I'm going to make you a better tennis player. Every month in Tennis Magazine, Tennis, #1 tennis magazine in the world. #1 in keeping you up to date, helping you to enjoy and improve your game.
Get sound, practical instruction from the world's top teachers like Ash, Hopman, Travert, Vandermeer, and even Connors and me.
With news, insights, and updates on all the top players and on the bright new stars. With Tell It Like It Is articles on tennis equipment, apparel, and vacation ideas. Now you can get tennis at a bargain rate.
Call 800-453-1900 toll-free, and you can get 12 issues of Tennis Magazine for only $9.97, less than half the newsstand price. Call right now, and you'll get free the booklet Jimmy Connors on winning serves and ground strokes. That's 12 issues of tennis, plus the Jimmy Connors booklet for only $9.97. But you must call now, 800-453-1900.
Don't forget, we've got a date right here every month.
You've done very well for yourself.
Thank you. Made yourself comfortable.
I remember the doubts you used to have about your future career.
Everybody has doubts.
This is rather rapid progress. You have your own studio?
Well, don't be fooled. The only reason that I'm here is because Carlo Crown isn't. He sort of abandoned his baby on my doorstep.
Well, you're going to continue the business, aren't you?
Yes, I plan to give it the old college try anyway. I just don't know if I'll be able to hold on to it.
Well, some things are impossible to hold on to.
Do you mind if I tell you something?
No. What?
I thought you were very rude yesterday. The Jim Dedrickson I knew in Switzerland was never rude.
I'm sorry. I thought I was just being practical.
To just walk out on me? Without even waiting to...
To meet your boyfriend? No, Valerie, I wasn't ready for that. Any more than I was ready to meet you. Or get back into your organized life.
You don't know anything about my life. You can't tell very much about someone by following them around. Just as I can't tell very much about you.
You're not really sure whether it's me or not, are you?
No, I'm not.
Well, I can't blame you. You've never seen this face before without the bandages.
There are more than just bandages between us. There are all those years.
Let me show you something. Here's 2 credit cards and a driver's license.
James L. Dedrickson. What's that?
Just an old photograph. Lieutenant James L. Dedrickson. United States Marine Corps. Oh, I can tell what you're thinking.
Can you?
You're thinking that's not an uncommon name. Am I right?
I don't know, Jim.
You need more proof than this, don't you, Valerie? What can I do? Shall I describe the clinic in Lucerne? What I saw of it. Shall I describe your father? Shall I try and remember the conversations that we had? The books that you read me? The poems that I read you? Do you remember this one? I even keep it with me. If now you saw me, you would say, where's the face that I once loved? And I would answer, gone before. It tarries veiled in paradise. And once when the morning star does rise, and the earth does lose its clouds away, and we stand safe within the door. And then you shall lift the veil thereof. Look up, rise up, for up above. Our palms are grown, our place is set, and there we shall meet where we once met, and love a familiar love. I remember something else that I used to say to you. How much I wanted to kiss you.
First, heat butter and still it. Now add a cup of mushrooms, a pinch of parsley. Pour in white wine to taste, cover and let simmer.
You've just made Mediterranean shrimp sauté, and it's that easy because it's from the pages of Bon Appetit. Bon Appetit is the magazine for people who enjoy only one thing more than cooking, and that's eating. Each monthly issue of Bon Appetit is packed with 100 delicious recipes that are as easy to make as they are hard to resist. And whether you're into meat and potatoes, pasta and cheese, or strawberries and cream, Bon Appetit will tell you the ingredients, the techniques, and the equipment to help turn every meal into a masterpiece. Sample dishes from the finest restaurants around the world and around the corner. Give a quiet party for 2 or a not-so-quiet party for 102. It's all planned out in clearly written recipes with step-by-step illustrations and kitchen tested by the editors of Bon Appetit. Now, America's #1 selling food and entertaining magazine is giving you a chance to have your cake and eat it too. Call now and get 12 issues of Bon Appetit for the low introductory price of just $11.95. Save 26% off the regular subscription price of $15. And as icing on the cake, free with your paid subscription, get this colorful 20-page booklet, Country in Buffets, recipes of some of the world's finest cooking.
Call 1-800-USA-1000 and order Bon Appetit today. 1-800-USA-1000.
Hi, I'm Beth Maitland.
And I'm Mike Jarek. Are you sick of dieting? I bet you are. Well, do you believe that 1 out of every 200 actually get the results they wanted?
Watch Alive and Well, and we're going to put diets on trial. We will challenge Weight Watchers, Pritikin, Diet Center, and Herbalife.
So find out what the verdict is as you join us for the next Alive and Well. We'll be waiting here for you. See you then.
At 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, tomorrow on USA. With hopes that your holidays be decorated with all good things, the USA Network wishes you a